Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Ones Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today we have a reading for you about somebody that is not wanting to face reality, not really wanting to believe the facts or the writing on the wall, however you want to put it. This is like doubt with a side of blame. So it feels to me like somebody not really wanting to accept that there was something they did to kind of create the situation they find themselves in, right? All right, let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. And I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. Let's dive in. I think we'll go with the Gilded Reverie. We have numbers 21 and 34, the mountain and the fish. We could have a Pisces involved in the situation. Doesn't have to be. This particular fish card always makes me think of Pisces. But we've got an obstacle here, and then we have like some good news. So I like that we have a positive note here, that there would be, like good tidings or something you want to share. But this could be what somebody is doubting. Do you know what I'm saying? Like doubting another person, even. Let's dig in a little bit more. This is the Marigold Tarot. Hello there, Grace. How are you doing? Hello, Ben. Hello, Once Upon a Time. Sorry. I had to say Once Upon a Time. My bestie's watching that show and she's obsessed with it right now. Like, no. I would totally hang out with you. But see, like, I've got to this point in the series that's really, like, I just can't turn off the show right now. Hi, Elizabeth. How are you doing? Queen of Swords and the Queen of Wands in the reverse. Okay. So we have somebody, it doesn't have to be a female, but this is a double dose of queen right here. Sounds like a good musical journey. We've got somebody that is like guarded and feeling like other people are the problem when I think they're the problem. Am I the villain? I think this person has this sword raised and, feels like they have to protect themselves from other people without realizing that they're stopping their own progress, that they're doing something to hinder their own journey. The Devil, Chariot in the reverse, and King of Rings or King of Pentacles. Well, this feels to me like whatever is kind of hindering this person is something that they've done for a while. It kind of feels like playing the victim. Like, I can't be blamed for my circumstances because XYZ happened. So I feel like this person would pretty consistently be the type of person that if you ask how they're doing, they're going to tell you something negative that like just happened in their life, as opposed to sharing the good news, right? But this person is like living in this vacuum of like not happy as a way of getting attention, and then they're also blocking their own prosperity. So you get to a point where if you're talking too much about the negative things that are happening in your life, you don't really bring in the positive. So state of mind is really powerful, right? We have somebody that needs to take more ownership over the energy they surround themselves with and talk about themselves in, right? Hi there, Shayra. How are you doing? Oh, no, I know it's UC. it was one of those things where I start reading your name and then I'm like, oh yeah, but also that show's great. We've got Six of Cups in the reverse again. So that was the very first card that we pulled from Beginner's Tarot. And definitely implies a sense of immaturity or kind of living in the past. Not really wanting to walk through the difficulty of healing or processing what has happened or rebuilding, more so staying in that almost like a Five of Cups energy. So we have somebody that feels like it's more terrifying to move forward than to relive the past, even if they don't necessarily admit it to themselves. We have the Hierophant in the reverse and Judgment. There's a decision that approaches this Queen of Swords. And this decision is calling for an unconventional response or answer. I'm a little nervous. I feel like this person could potentially miss a good opportunity because they're distracted by anything, really, just distracted. Because we've got this mountain in front of the good news, right? Somebody has to deal with themselves before they can get to the good stuff. Like, there's a focus on the external things. Okay, do I have to end a friendship, or do I have to, quit my job? What do I need to do to fix my life? And they're not looking within. But there is an opportunity that approaches, and I feel like it kind of depends on whether or not they're able to do that introspection. Hello there, Tiana. How are you doing? Hello, Brianna. Tiana and Brianna. I like it. Oh, I love that. I mean, I don't know. Like, it gets to a certain point where you just have to ask yourself, like, am I focusing on the wrong things? And could I be changing or like kind of altering how I view my experience in a way that like benefits me, right? It's a little too easy to fall into negative thoughts at times. So we've got somebody that feels like they need to take charge, but it's the very practical things, right? So if you have a to-do list and you're crossing things off, like go wash your car, go to the doctor, go to the dentist, whatever it is, you feel like you're doing what you need to do because there was a list. It's what normal people do. But I don't think they're writing on this to-do list what really needs to be dealt with, which is a sadness or a sense of betrayal here. It's very much so focused on the external. I don't really see the King of Wands this way very often, but this is like, I need to worry about how people perceive me. So I'm going to make sure everything from the outside looking in looks normal or looks like I have my crap together. But with the High Priestess, this is like, you need to be paying more attention to yourself, your intuition, your dreams, how you feel at night. Because somebody has basically been ignoring a key element of healing. All right, let's dive in and get a little bit more with the situations deck. We have access granted in the reverse and meeting. Ooh, I just saw a card flipped over. Hold on. Let's flip it back over. Yeah. All right. So we've got a surprise meeting. So either this Queen of Swords has been blocking out the chance of meeting somebody new romantically, or even in the sense of a friendship. Just kind of a blanket block seems to be coming through, right? Like, I don't really have time for people right now kind of vibe. And then we've got the meeting card suggesting, well, you're not going to be able to hang out in Hermitville population 1 forever. There are plans that people are making to come to you. And I feel like it has to do with the fact that, yeah, you're not really getting out and socializing as much, right? So the question is, are you the Queen of Swords or are you somebody else in this story? We're going to get the Egyptian Tarot and see what else we find out for you. So we have the Ace of Pentacles, the Stars, and the Page of Wands in the reverse. Okay, so for some of you, what I'm actually seeing is you may judge a person prematurely as not worth your time. You may feel like you are better off on your own. You may feel like nobody's really worth trusting some of that more like deep conversation or inner part of who you are. But I feel like this Page of Wands in the reverse is saying you're missing something. You're not catching the full point here. You're not seeing the landscape for what it is. Hi there, Redbeard. How are you doing? It's like seeing a lottery ticket on the ground that somebody discarded, just assuming that it is worthless when it really is a winning lottery ticket. Somebody just like dropped it, There's a blessing that you could miss, or that this Queen of Swords could miss. And this is somebody or something that helps you get to a more prosperous or a more healed part of your life. So they're important. We have the Ten of Swords in the reverse, Four of Cups in the reverse, Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. A bit of a warning. You don't need to give up all hope as far as a connection with other individuals. There is a recovery, or there is a healing process that helps you get to a point where you no longer feel like you have to reject people, and a curiosity or a sense of hope that returns. And a little bit of if you're overly independent, you may miss out on some good connections, right? So don't. It's good to be independent, but not to the point of a heartbreak, right? I don't need anybody. I don't need anybody. I don't need anybody. Oh shit, now I need somebody and I don't have anybody. So don't miss out on this person of high caliber that is coming into your life. They are meant to help you get to a smoother surface, smoother waters, really. And help you to understand life in a different way than you currently do. But it's possible for some of you, this person kind of gets lost amongst the crowd, and that either you return to kind of like the same drinking hole, the same type. Some of you need to change your type. Others of you just need to have an open mindset when it concerns connecting with others, platonically or romantically. But for sure, with the Six of Cups in the reverse coming out a third time, you are being encouraged to do something different, not be the same or not stay stagnant. Challenge yourself, get out of your comfort zone a little bit. Maybe you need to try online dating. Maybe you need to go out on a blind date. Maybe you need to get involved in a local like hobby, like, a softball team or whatever. We've got the Ace of Swords and the King of Swords. And I really like this because it's like, oh, the truth? Oh yeah, no, I've got the truth. Let me just get it out of my pocket real quick. And I got it in my bag. It's all right. This dude's like, yeah, no, I got it. Here's the thing. This is also the divine counterpart to the Queen of Swords, which is our main character right now. This person understands the world in a same or similar way to the Queen of Swords with a sprinkling of positivity, okay? A little bit less on the negative side, a little bit less on the pragmatic, and a little bit more dreamy. Even though I would absolutely say the King of Swords is somebody who is logical and pragmatic, there's something here that's a little bit more leaning into like that high priestess vibe or that inner knowing. So this could be a spiritual or religious person in addition to being quite like well educated. Seven of Pentacles, Nine of Cups in the reverse. It feels natural for this Queen of Swords to kind of assume the worst of somebody, assume that it would just be a waste of time. Oh, what's that song? I think it's called Strangers. And it just kind of, I think it's like one of the popular things you can put on like an Instagram reel, for example, like a sound or a song or whatever. And it's just like, we'll make out and then we'll go back to strangers, that kind of vibe. Sorry, I don't really know the lyrics, but the general thesis of the song is like, yeah, no. It'll be real cute for a while. We'll tell each other everything. We'll talk for hours. We'll make out. And then all of a sudden, one of us will ghost the other and we'll go back to not knowing shit, right? Don't know that person. Don't see them. There's an assumption here that like love is not worth the time. It's not worth the risk, that kind of vibe. And I would challenge all of you to acknowledge that there are lots of different people out there. Some people absolutely are challenged in the love department and maybe need a little bit more healing before they can dive into a relationship with you in a healthy way. But let's try to maintain a little bit of hope that there are people that would do right by you. It's good for the soul. I like that. We've got the Wheel of Fortune and the Fool. And the Sun in the reverse. This is like, I don't want to admit to myself that there's an opportunity for a new life or a new chapter, that things could be different, that things could change, that I could change, right? There's a need to have that positivity. Yep, totally. Redbeard, you're funny. Yeah, we need to be more observant here, Queen of Swords, because you're going to potentially overlook somebody that is worth your time. Four of Swords. There's that Five of Cups. Yeah, so if you isolate, if you aren't getting out and hanging out with people, or if you deny yourself the ability or the time to get to know this person, you will regret it at some point, and nobody really likes regrets. So be open-minded. Two of Pentacles in the reverse, 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. Good Lord. For some of you, you don't know if you should pursue this person or allow this person to pursue you because you feel like your family wouldn't like them. For others of you, you feel like they live too differently from you. So if you're a homebody, maybe this person really likes to travel or do spontaneous, mini road trips for a dinner, things like that. There's something here that gets you out of your comfort zone. And I feel like you don't know how to interpret, or you're unfamiliar with the type of I want to say instability, but that's not really the right word. If you are a very thought out, planned out, I have an itinerary in my head, especially if you go on vacation kind of person, and then you start to have like a situation with somebody that is more spontaneous and likes to kind of fly by the seat of their pants. There's something here that makes you feel like you're riding on a motorcycle without a helmet. Like you feel a little bit at risk here, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. I feel like it's not something you would have identified as like an attractive trait, but there's more than meets the eye. I feel like you just judge too quickly because you feel like somebody's reckless, but there is like a whimsy to it that is actually quite healthy for you to kind of get out of the current situation, right? That's sweet. All right, we have poverty. Oops. Number 37. Pathway in the reverse. Toil and labor in the reverse. This is saying basically if you don't like what's happening currently in your life, then change shit up. Choose a different path. Take some ownership over what is going on and what you can change. Control the controllables. This Queen of Swords, whoever you are, this is a call to action to say you can make a change here that really benefits you and makes you happy. You know what? I want one more roll of the pulp tarot. I wasn't done with you yet. All right. Page of Cups in the reverse. We have the Page of Cups in the upright over here. This is a moment in the Queen of Swords life where there's an invitation just kind of dangling, right? If you want a different life, if you want to change things up, if you want to spend time with somebody, if you don't want to be Bridget Jones, I don't know, she's kind of charming. There's an offer for a new chapter. There's a change that you can claim or a new way of living, a new way of approaching things, but it requires effort. It isn't just like handed to you on a silver platter. You do have to, learn, right? Because we have the Page of Pentacles. It takes a little bit of time, requires a bit of an investment, but this is rather positive energy. We have somebody here who has emotions that they would like to express, but they need to kind of test the waters a little bit, right? So everything here is about having an open mind, letting go of things that have happened in the past and having faith that things in the future will be different. That there are people out there that would actually treat you right. We have the High Priestess coming out again in the same column. Your intuition is strong. You need to listen to it. Some of you might be a little bit too quick to dismiss coincidences or little signs that you get. Oops, that was my... And in particular, you're going to be getting some signs regarding opportunities in love. And you're being asked to like take them seriously, pay attention, look past some of the things that are not really a big deal that you might make into a big deal, because you might miss out on a really nice individual, somebody that would help you grow and wouldn't feel like all of this stressfulness, right? Like there's a better path that awaits, and you have the ability to choose it. You have the ability to skip on over there. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you on the next reading.